So, here's the wild twist everyone's talking about in the Pi Network community right now. We just witnessed Pi's price skyrocket from 40 cents to $1.60, and then crash down almost as fast. Yep, you heard that right. A price pump that had everyone celebrating one day and scratching their heads the next. And now, a storm of accusations, deep community frustration, and a crypto analyst claiming that the core team may have pulled one of the oldest tricks in the book. Build the hype, pump the price, and cash out while the crowd is cheering. But is that really what happened? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? In today's video, we're diving deep into the real reason behind Pi's sudden fall, the backlash from within the community, and the bold claims that the team might have silently profited big time, all while miners, believers, and pioneers are left holding the bag. Buckle up, because what we found might completely change how you see the Pi network going forward. Before we dive into the full story, here's a quick question for you. Do you believe the Pi core team actually sold off their holdings at the peak, or do you think it's just another rumor blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments section right now. I read every one of them. And if you missed my last update on Pi Network's major mainnet progress and everything that happened at the consensus event, check out the video link in the description below to get caught up. Now, before we begin, drop Pi Network to the moon and your country name in the comments. Let's see how global this community really is. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to keep seeing regular, detailed, and honest updates about Pi Network and its future. Also, make sure you join our Telegram group and Facebook page. All the links you need are right down below in the description. Quick disclaimer, this video is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice in any way. Always do your own research before making any decisions. Alright, let's get into it. The energy in the Pi Network community has been absolutely electric lately. And for good reason. The open mainnet is here, mining has officially stopped, and the long-awaited transition to utility and real-world use is in motion. Everyone had their eyes on Pi during the recent consensus event. It was a major moment. The Pi core team had just dropped a bombshell announcement, a whopping $100 million ecosystem fund to fuel real-world dApps built around PiCoin. This wasn't just another update, this was momentum. This was serious commitment, or at least that's how it felt at the time. The community went wild. Pi's price, which had been lingering around the 40 cents mark, started climbing, and not slowly either. In a matter of days, Pi exploded to $1.60, a 300% increase that had people buzzing, tweeting, posting, and making predictions like never before. It felt like the rocket ship was finally taking off. For many pioneers, this was validation. Years of patience, mining, and ecosystem building seemed to be paying off. The excitement wasn't just digital, it was emotional. But then, almost like someone flipped a switch, things started to unravel. The price didn't just correct a little. It tanked. We watched Pi slide from $1.60 all the way back down to 70 cents. And now, as of the last 24 hours, it's flirting dangerously close to its original 40 cents level again. A nearly 20% loss in a single day. The mood across the Pi Network community turned from optimism to confusion, and then quickly into something worse: suspicion. That's when a well-known crypto analyst who goes by Dr. Altcoin lit the fire. In a scathing post on X, formerly Twitter, Dr. Altcoin accused the Pi core team of orchestrating a calculated hype strategy to drive up the price of PiCoin, only to dump their own holdings quietly at the top while the community was still celebrating. According to him, the core team rode the wave of community excitement, timed the announcement of the $100 million fund perfectly with consensus, and cashed in when they knew the market was hot. He didn't mince words either. He called it one of the cleanest soft rug pulls in recent crypto memory. That kind of accusation hits hard, especially in a project where trust in the core team has been one of the strongest elements holding the community together. To support his claim, Dr. Altcoin pointed to the timing of events. He said the team leveraged the community's organic marketing power, letting supporters do the legwork to promote Pi through social media, forums, and crypto influencers. He suggested that while the community spread the word for free, the core team was preparing to unload tens of millions, possibly even hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Pi while the excitement peaked. What makes this even more dramatic is the silence that followed the crash. After the price dropped, the Pi core team didn't issue a statement, didn't clarify the situation, and didn't share any major mainnet update to calm nerves. The once excited crowd quickly turned anxious, and for the first time in a long time, the question many didn't want to ask came bubbling to the surface. Did the team betray the community? Of course, not everyone agrees with this analysis. Some believe it was just a normal market reaction, that hype naturally leads to surges, and corrections are part of the game. Others say this is simply part of the growing pains of launching a real-world utility token, especially one trying to create an ecosystem from the ground up. But even the most loyal Pi believers are asking questions now. The $100 million fund was supposed to be a game changer. It was meant to kickstart over 100 real dApps that would push Pi into the mainstream. Developers were encouraged, pioneers were inspired, and the dream of mass adoption felt close. With the price collapsing and no major utility apps launching, confidence has taken a hit. Many who migrated their Pi to the open mainnet expected vibrant utility from day one. Instead, this dip feels like a betrayal. Questions are mounting. Where's the roadmap? The deliverables? When will KYC issues be fully resolved? And most urgently, is the core team truly as committed as they claim? Pi was never about quick profits. It aimed to build a global inclusive currency. But moments like this test that vision. As accusations like Dr. Altcoins gain traction, they threaten the very fabric of the community. Still, there's another side of the coin, one where this could simply be growing pains. Every major project hits turbulence. Ethereum, Solana, and even Bitcoin had their share of controversies and price crashes early on. Could this just be Pi's turn? Possibly. But one thing is certain, communication will be key. The core team has a responsibility to address these rumors head-on. Silence isn't helping. If they're truly building for the long haul, now is the time to show it. Through updates, transparency, and real progress on dApp development and ecosystem integration. For now, Pi sits around 70 cents, but the psychological damage of the crash has left a mark. Some investors are doubling down, believing this is a temporary dip. Others are exiting quietly, unsure if the vision they bought into is still intact. As for the community, it's still alive, but wary. The pioneers who stuck through the testnet era, the KYC hurdles, and the migration delays are now staring at a moment of reckoning. Can the dream still be revived? Or is this the beginning of a slower decline? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, we're all watching, and we're not going anywhere. Pi Network has always been about people. If the people stay engaged, stay informed, and hold the team accountable, this project still has a shot. So, there you have it. The full breakdown of Pi Network's recent price crash, the storm of accusations surrounding the core team, and the uncertainty now rippling across the entire ecosystem. Whether it was a calculated move or just market dynamics, this moment is a major test for Pi and its community. If you found this video helpful and want to keep getting raw, detailed, and honest updates about everything Pi, from price movements to KYC updates to ecosystem launches, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button right now. It really helps the channel and keeps us motivated to keep bringing you the truth. Now let me ask you, do you believe the core team manipulated the market, or are we just dealing with another classic case of crypto volatility? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have questions, ideas, or contributions, I want to hear them too. We're building this conversation together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.